Hey everyone, so there's actually something I want to get off my chest. I'm actually going to be taking a break really from being a gamer to actually sharing stuff that resonates with people, and hopefully my lessons can help those to survive it and learn from it and grow. Today I actually want to be talking about someone that I was with many years ago, a bajillion years ago, I guess you can say. And it's that ex that never seemed to want to try. They basically blamed everything on their parents and basically the world. You know, the one that never put in time, effort, or money, yet they somehow expected everything from you. And then on top of it off, it's like, who blames their parents just because things don't go their way? And that's fun, right? Not really. But here's the thing, I learned, I survived it, and feeling really petty enough to share it. So let's get with the basics. Time and money. He really never made time, like, ever. Dates were optional. Any kind of effort optional, like, bruh. But somehow he always expected attention, care, or affection. Like, I'm supposed to fill in the blanks. Like, I'm supposed to be doing the whole entire work. And the money, don't get me started. He could never really contribute or plan anything. Never spend a single dime in a thoughtful way. But somehow, when it came to wanting things, he expected the universe to basically give him what he wants. And I realized that eventually that his busyness wasn't a reflection of his responsibilities. It was just a reflection of priorities. And clearly I wasn't a priority to him, like, at all. Like, I wasn't really the first thought. I was like below that. And that was honestly like a really tough pill to swallow. And after that, it kind of was like, you know what, like, if I'm not first, then what am I, you know? And it's like that saying from the Telegay Nights, if you ain't first, you're last. And that's what I was. Like, I was last. And honestly, I ended up changing who I was. And because if that person doesn't put any effort, they're showing you exactly who they are. And that's even without saying a word, because, like the saying goes, action speaks louder than words. And now, here comes the best part, the blame game. Like, it was basically someone else's fault. Like, oh, you can't take me out? Yeah, it's my parents. Not me, not my parents, like his parents. You know, plans don't come like they were supposed to. Parents again. Didn't show up when he said that he would. Parents. And it's like, bruh, like, come on. Like, then why are you even in a relationship then? And it's almost funny when you think about it, because till you realize it's really exhausting, you know? I would spend so much time and effort to navigate excuses that didn't really exist. You know, I'm trying to accommodate the constant, but my parents this, my parents that, you know? And it's like, okay. And it honestly didn't erase the fact that I feel like he just didn't really want to try. He was just basically trying to spare my feelings. And it got me upset because my mentality was like, oh, I can't take you out because my parents. But wait, you were just out with your friends drinking. But that makes sense, right? Right? That you can't go out with me, but you can go out with your friends. And the truth is, like, he can honestly could have tried, but he actually didn't want to put the effort. And he knew it because it's like, you know, I'm always going to be there for him no matter what. You know, I'm always that type of person, like, you know, I don't question it. You know, I'm like, okay, I understand, but he started abusing that. And he was blaming others because it was easier than taking his own accountability. And here's the kicker, he actually expected me to validate it, to understand it, and to make excuses for him. And to be honest, that wasn't love to me. That's manipulation just as circumstances. Oh my goodness, I'm using this little baby like light because yeah, I don't want to turn on the light, I'm too lazy. But the next part is then the lies. Yeah, he would lie to his parents about us, like every story, every interaction. It somehow got twisted to basically fit his narrative, to make him like he was innocent, or like he was a victim, or I was just that friend from school coming over to do homework. It's like, yeah, mom, you know, she's just a friend from school. Yeah, keep telling yourself, buddy, like, for real, like, bruh. And it wasn't just frustrating, it was infuriating, because it's like while he was spinning the tales, I was just living the reality. I kept putting in effort, showing up, caring, being invested, and he was just basically rewriting the truth to basically avoid this responsibility of being in a relationship. It's the level like of audacity that just admirable in a villain, but like in real life is right, like a real life villain in the story. And it's really exhausting, and it makes you realize like how much energy you wasted on someone who could never show up even when the choice is theirs. And it's like, you know, put in effort, you know, say something. Communication is the key. It's like, if you don't talk, then how am I supposed to know, you know? Like, don't be making up excuses. Don't lie to your parents. Just be honest, you know? Just say that you don't want to go out. You really don't want to be seen with me, you know? Just say something. Like, I understand. I mean, yeah, I'll leave, but, you know, it's better than me being hurt in the end. Like, yeah. Well, this is like the second to the final part, or like the last part of my lesson. There is a silver lining to this. There's always one, like in the end of a messy relationship, or like whatever you want to call it. I just don't hate him. I don't need him. And after all that energy I spent accommodating the excuses, managing the manipulation, and just absorbing his laziness, I reclaimed it, I redirected, and I used it to grow and thrive, and to basically become the person that he clearly can't match or appreciate. And the petty part that makes me laugh now, the moment he stopped trying is the day I actually found peace. My happiness didn't come from him. It was finally realizing that what he lost. It literally came from me realizing that I don't need him to be doing this or that. I can just do it myself, you know? It's like effortless me cancels out, you know, his excuses. And to be honest, it's always has been and always will be. And what is the lesson here for me basically ranting about my past? Pay attention to actually tries. Don't settle for someone who prioritizes everyone but you know? Because life is too short to beg, explain, or make excuses for someone because they can't be bothered to put in the effort. So, in conclusion of this rant that I'm basically saying with my little flashlight, because like I said, I'm too lazy to turn on the light. So if you ever dated someone who never showed up, take a deep breath, smile at your own growth, and remember, the lack of their effort is your glow up. Shine, thrive, and let them answer to their own excuses, because at the end of the day, effortless you cancels excuses them, and that is real, petty, and honest. So stay real and let the haters hate.